Hello everybody, I'm Dante Walton. Welcome to my very first live reaction video. Today we're gonna watch the Ubisoft Forward presentation. Right off the bat, there's an elephant in the room here. Like, recently, as of today, like a lot of executives have been like accused of like a lot of serious things, sexual assault, sexual misconduct, harassment and whatnot. I don't think they're going to talk about it in this video. Like, I think they tweeted out earlier that it's been pre-recorded, but that's just something that, needs to be brought up. Aside from that, I'm actually excited to check out some of the games. If you would have asked me like a couple weeks ago what my most anticipated game would be like for the rest of the year, I definitely would have said Watch Dogs Legions. But something happened, and what happened was the Cyberpunk 2077 Nightwire presentation, and like, you can check out their reaction on my channel, but like one thing I said during that was that this seems to be doing a lot of things that Watch Dogs had done, but did it like a little bit like better, like more advanced and whatnot. So I was wondering, how can Watch Dogs Legions, how are they going to compete with Cyberpunk? And I hope that there's something that they show that convinces me otherwise. But as of right now, I think Cyberpunk 2077 is looking a little better than Watch Dogs from the little bit we've seen already. But that's what I'm most excited for. But also, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to be shown off. Supposedly, Far Cry was leaked. Far Cry 6. Giancarlo Esposito is supposed to be in there. Hopefully we'll see that. Maybe some unannounced games, but just excited to see. We're a couple minutes out, so I wonder what they're going to show. Other than those like 3 games, I honestly don't know what else they'll show. I believe it's called Hyperscape. That's like a new game. And also, like, apparently, like, you're supposed to get a free copy of Watch Dogs 2 on PC by logging into the website, but I haven't gotten that to work at all, so hopefully I'll be able to do that so I can get my free copy. And if I do, maybe I'll do some gameplay on the channel of that Watch Dogs 2. I've played it before. I really enjoy that game. That's part of why I was really looking forward to Watch Dogs Legion. Funny enough, I've barely played the original Watch Dogs, but I don't know. Just moving forward, no need to go back to the original in my opinion. I might check it out one day, actually. I don't know. Alright, we're about a minute out. This presentation couldn't have come at a worse time, to be honest. So much is going on internally within that company. The top executives, it's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people in the industry are being exposed for who they truly are, which is sad that they act that way, but I guess it's good that what they're doing is being brought to light so there can be justice, hopefully. On hopefully a more happy note, the presentation's about to start. Still can't get the Watch Dogs thing. Can't log into the website still. I don't know if it's just me or not, but alright, let me unmute this and we can get started.
Time for us to wrap up this pre-show.
Don't forget to stay tuned for our post-show featuring a deep dive into the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Thanks a lot for watching this pre-show and enjoy Ubisoft Forward.
Alright, here we go.
This is Ubisoft.
This is Ubisoft Forward.
Explore our worlds.
Meet the devs. See the games.
Join us.
Hi everyone, I'm Neelam Kumar and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first Ubisoft Forward with the talented Yusuf Mageed. Today's show is all about getting up close and in-depth with all the exciting games we have in production here at Ubisoft.
I'm Yusuf, but there's no time to waste. So let's head straight for the streets of futuristic London.
Alright, here we go. Watch Dogs
Legion.
Legion.
Getting into.
Can they impress me the way Cyberpunk did? Let's see.
The illegal paintings spreading subversive and hostile messaging over the last few weeks across London are not the work of several people as was originally believed, but the work of an individual. The criminal suspected to have links with the terrorist group DedSec is marked as dangerous. Authorities recommend not to approach the individual.
First, they came for the foreigners, and I did not speak out, because I was not a foreigner. Then, they came for the protesters, and I did not speak out, because
Okay,
I was
now
not
this
a
was
protester.
this was actually good timing. This game kind of was good timing. Like the social commentary of it.
Then they came for the journalists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a journalist. And then they came for street artists, but I did not speak out, because I am not a street artist.
That's actually a good message about standing up for other people or being apathetic towards other people's issues. This kind of reminds me of a bit of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Actually, it reminds me a lot of it, actually.
But eventually, they'd come for me, and there would be no one left to speak for me.
I'd watch a Watch Dogs show or movie in this animation style, to be honest. It looks cool.
Right! Oh, nice! Where are we off to, sir?
It's fine. I'll show you the way.
Okay. Sorry, miss. Jesus! All right, so we're in a total mess now, so let's get the hell out of here.
And there's nothing more debilitating than that.
The hole in the pocket.
After a long night, London is in chaos. The main arteries through the city are blocked. Hundreds of heavily
Oh, that was DedSec. That's cool.
Well. Welcome to the Resistance. There's a welcome gift for our new members.
But the disappearance of the criminal...
You could have told me it was a bloody costume party.
Try it on.
The new key suspect has been identified as David Ford, a 43-year-old London taxi driver. He has no criminal record, but is currently believed to be a terrorist. People have been asked not to approach him. The authorities advise all residents...
So it seems like this takes place in the 2030s. I think it said he was born in 90 something.
I'm Clint Hawking.
Clint has been a longtime creative force here at Ubisoft, and now he's bringing this vision to Watch Dogs Legion.
So yeah, what we just saw was an amazing short film by the director Alberto Mielgo that was inspired by Watch Dogs Legion and looks at the game and the universe and the characters through his incredible artistic vision and visual style.
The city needs a resistance.
Like the film, Watch Dogs Legion tells the story of ordinary heroes setting aside their differences in order to come together as a collective and to fight for a positive change. You can literally recruit and play anyone who you see.
Okay, this is where they.
You profile people that are interesting.
This is where they set themselves apart from other games. Playing as any character, that's really cool.
And I'll do whatever you want.
Sounds like a DedSec problem.
Leave it to us.
And that's how you recruit them into your team.
Even though
And then they become
I'm
the
assuming
heroes
it's
of the game
really
and the stars of your story.
gonna be like different groups of people that just look
Please,
different, I think,
think more
but have
underground.
the same backstories and
I'm
whatnot.
tickled, but think more underground.
What, dead sick? Yeah, right. No
Either way,
chip
that's really
Varren.
cool.
You're done.
And they make the story not
Like,
only
no
you know,
one
unique
person
to
I
them,
think
but
is gonna
unique to you
play
as
the
the player
game
and personal to you because they're
exactly the
you know,
same as
heroes
another
that you've
person would be
chosen and
really
invested
unlikely.
in. What would I say to fans? I guess I'd say, you know, take care of yourselves, stay safe. Welcome to the Resistance.
Our London town. A modern metropolis. Built on history and prosperity. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Oh my god. Listen up. Get all your units to move in and lock down the city.
With London under attack by a mysterious terrorist, the government turns to a private military company called Albion to keep everyone safe. What could possibly go wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nigel Cass, CEO of Albion. He's kindly stepped up to establish order.
Understand this. I will not allow
Oh, that looks like
not even myself.
what's that actor's name?
He will stop
I
at
can't think
nothing
of it
to
right now, but that looks like
permanently control the city.
a famous actor. I wonder if
London will
the
be
guy
the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Nigel's not the only opportunist who's taken a liking to this fair city. Meet Mary Kelly, head of the most powerful crime syndicate in London.
Be sure and spread the word.
She and her goons are using the dark web to sell everything from party pills to people.
This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
You made me a slave.
You do not want to ruffle her feathers. With the city out on its arse, it now falls on you to build a resistance and take back London.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out.
Any of the brave Londoners you see walking the streets can be recruited into your team.
Oh, that's cool.
Her. Or even her. Everyone could become your next secret weapon.
No furniture.
In our first mission, we
Wonder
need
what
to get
that
some
means.
dirt on Nigel Cass, and that means breaking into Albion headquarters inside the Tower of London. All the hardy souls you see here are people we have recruited from the streets of London. They all
Knockoff
have
James
unique
Bond, you saw
abilities,
that, right?
and you're free to tackle this mission with whoever you like.
Dear God, my eyes.
That's cool. There's a lot of different ways I feel like you can
Let's never talk about this again.
take on different missions.
Like everyone in DedSec, Arthur can hack pretty much whatever. But as a construction worker, he has a particular set of tools that make him handy. He can even call his own cargo drone.
Oh, that's cool. So that's why I feel like I think there's probably like different classes. Like all construction workers
Perfect for gate
might
crashing
probably play like
when
him,
you're not invited.
stuff like that.
And who needs a regular old gun when you have a bloody nail gun?
That's okay. This is really cool.
Jesus Christ, what is that thing?
Perhaps we could approach this mission differently. If you'd rather keep your distance, we've got you covered. Amy is a drone expert.
What have we here?
A real tech connoisseur.
Sorry.
Hate spiders, but love this one.
What an
Reminds me a
adorable
bit
creepy
of
crawler.
Spider-Man on PS4.
Let's class the place up.
A drone expert does have the unique ability to summon their own drone. This little darling is fast
Okay, so drone
and
expert seems like
stealthy.
another class.
She fired, she hit.
I'm reading incoming drones.
She can also hack enemy drones, turning the tide in her favor. And if you are not into direct confrontation, there are more ways than one to get the job done.
Oh, an Albion contract.
Recruiting an Albion officer like Brielle here might be challenging, but it'll get you inside restricted Albion areas.
I wonder how you can hack one of them to be on your team.
However, do anything suspicious and she'll probably wind up with a bullet in the back of her head.
You've been approved for entry.
That's... Wow, that's really cool. So it's totally a different mission now.
I can get the defense minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
Criminals running our streets, illegals threatening our families, the police commissioner himself, assassinated by terrorists.
Well, that seems to be enough evidence. Next up, we're crashing Mary Kelly's organ farming operation and putting a stop to it.
That's good. The buyers expect high quality stuff.
And we need a hard nut for this.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Bags, don't disturb me in my natural habitat.
Say hello to Mickey. The man lives for his team.
That put another hair on my chest.
And doesn't mind getting his hands dirty.
Yeah. I just hope they don't delve far too into stereotype territory, if you know what I mean.
And he's passed out. Ah, well, we'll come back to him. You know what? Let's go with someone a bit more professional.
Fake John Wick. Okay, so Cyberpunk got the real Keanu Reeves, and here they got the knockoff. Alright.
It's almost crass to call him a hitman. Some might even call him an artist.
Oh, that's creepy. Like the different bodies with the different body parts and whatnot.
Here's the bastard responsible.
Oh, like an organ museum.
Done and dusted.
That's twisted.
Not bad if I do say so, innit?
Not everyone in London is a legendary assassin or a super spy, but everyone can be a hero.
Reminds me of Saints Row.
So get
like
out
3
there,
and 4.
find the best recruits, and build your
Paintball
resistance.
gun. Nice.
It's time to take back London.
Okay, that's what's really gonna set it apart. October 29th. Oh, okay. So it comes out
Plunging the
first,
player into
which is
a
good.
living, breathing city, teeming with unique locales and characters, has always been a central pillar of the Watch Dogs series.
So what goes
Sorry,
into
my
building
eyes are a
those
little
worlds?
irritated.
Here's Amanda Munt to tell us more.
My name's Amanda Munt. I'm a level artist on Watch Dogs Legion at Ubisoft Toronto. Being a level artist, I think, is the coolest job in video games because we do get the freedom to kind of like pick and choose what little details we want to depict. And we get ample opportunities to tell the stories that we want to tell in the spaces that we're assigned to. I have the capacity to hide things and, you know, like small little Easter eggs. In AC Unity, there was a boat somewhere in the world that was covered in cats. And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2. And there may or may not be something in London that is a boat filled with cats in some capacity.
So that's your calling card? That's funny.
I was fortunate enough to go to E3 last year. Some of the people that I was showing our demo to were from London. So no matter where I dropped them in the city, they'd go, oh my God, this feels like Camden. This, you know, this feels like Southwark. This feels like Westminster. When people are talking about some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it, like that feels so good as somebody who, you know, builds these worlds with care. I love it.
Hey,
And
Brawlhalla.
now some news for Brawlhalla.
My little brother actually likes this game.
In just a few weeks, you'll be able to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS and Android devices.
That's cool. They get a lot of cool guest characters actually in this game, which is funny.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
I don't know, I tried it out for like a bit. It wasn't really my thing, but it's a free game. Seems like fun enough. So people that really like it. See, yeah, look, they have like Adventure Time in here. I know they put Lara Croft. I think Ben 10, they put it in here also.
And now, whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go, or want to dive back into one of the most beloved fantasy franchises in gaming, we've got you covered.
I don't think I've ever even heard about this game before. Might and Magic, I guess it's called. Justice based on the hashtag in the top right corner. Oh, okay, that's honestly not what I thought the gameplay looked like based on like the bit of animation in the front half. Yeah, look, that's like false advertisement. Might and Magic, Era of Chaos. Okay.
The target is being held on the ground floor.
This kind of reminds me of Team Fortress. I know it's not Team Fortress, but it kind of reminds me, you know, that's
Contact! Moat chain is down. Request air support. Target northeast rooftop.
Roger. Inbound. Danger close.
I need an EMP deployed now.
EMP imminent.
Is this like a Tom Clancy game or something?
Get back in your cell!
Oh, it's Splinter Cell. Oh, snap. I know a lot of people have been wanting a new game. That's crazy. People always ask for it.
Hey, take this.
Is this a legitimate new game or is this some sort of spin-off? Oh, Tom Clancy's Lead Squad. Oh, so it's... Is that some sort of like Tom Clancy All-Stars or whatever, different Tom Clancy
It's been 5
franchises?
years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched, and the community
That's
has never
that's
been
an
stronger.
interesting idea.
In celebration of this milestone, Ubisoft
Just in gaming
Montreal has
alone,
put
Tom
together a
Clancy
special
has
video
like
to thank all of the
a good
amazing
amount of like
players and
iconic games
developers
and
that
characters.
have helped Siege become the game it is today.
In December 2015, a small team released Rainbow Six Siege.
I've never
A
played.
game built on a strong vision,
Never played it.
creativity,
But I know it's
competitiveness,
pretty popular and
and
people think it's
team
really
play.
good, but
Pour le
not my
joueur,
style of
le
game.
1er décembre, c'est un début, mais pour nous aussi. Il faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé, tu peux t'y installer aussi, et nous serons là.
That original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
I got it! I got it!
This is
such a special moment, and being at 1 year anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever, more players today than we had in the past, it means the world to us.
But we also had our share of challenges.
Health that touches upon subjects like matchmaking, connectivity, all those aspects are absolutely critical to the experience of the player.
Through it all, we're always driven by you, our community, and together, we grow stronger.
There is no sequel plan, and we're here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some time.
Sorry, I'm trying to log in again to see if I can get Watch Dogs 2. Oh, I saw that Salvador Dali mask. That's like, what's that show? La Casa de Papel or Tokyo Heist? Or Money Heist, right?
Ce jeu, il est autant le vôtre
qu'il
est le nôtre, nous, l'équipe de développement.
Now 60 million players strong, we're just getting started. From the devs that build the game to the community that plays it, thank you.
Yeah, it's still not working, whatever. 60 million players, wow. So yeah, I know that game's like insanely popular.
If you haven't tried it yet, dive into our new
But I'm
Operation
not really
Steel
into,
Wave
like-
update available now and take
Like
async
team-based
Lucy out
first-person
for a spin.
shooters, really. Not
A
too
few
much.
days ago, we introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter.
Yeah, I heard about this,
Now,
but I haven't seen
it's time to
anything of
venture
it.
into the hyperscape.
Seems like every company's trying to do one of these, you know? Seems like Overwatch really revitalized that genre of game.
Wait, what was that? A hack in the hyperscape. That's not supposed to be there.
That flying robot. I don't know if anyone remembers or ever saw Spy Kids 3D.
30 years ago,
Like the little flying, like I think it was like a yellow robot. That's what that camera reminded me of.
We made some good decisions. We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions.
That pizza actually looked good.
So, here we are. 10 billion souls living
10
in the
billion.
crush of the megacities.
That kind of looks like Ready Player One.
Changed
Like the
everything.
stacks they're called, I think.
They gave everyone a way out.
Blink 2.8.
The hyperscape.
Oh my god, this is like Ready Player One.
In the hyperscape, the biggest draw by far
Okay.
is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can become someone.
I'm not mad. Like when I was watching that movie, I thought like, oh, this seems like a better game than it would be a movie. So literally just made it a game. Also, kind of like Sword Art Online and some other anime, have done similar concepts.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt. Users disappearing from the real world. A darker secret lies at the heart of Hyperscape. And we have to find it. Some of us are searching for a way up. Some of us for a way out. And for others, a new way altogether. That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the Hyperscape.
I'm JC, Creative Director on Hyperscape.
Well, they didn't show any
JC's work
gameplay
on
right
Far
at all.
Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a top creative here at Ubisoft.
For me, what's exciting is we started building it from scratch.
Is he one of the people who
adding
used this
ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender. Welcome to the
Honestly, don't know. I
The
shouldn't
game
have
takes
said
place
that.
in
I'm sorry.
2054. It's in a future where humanity has grown a little darker, one of the companies there. They are launching what's called the Hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of Neo Arcadia. Then we also introduce a lot of new things. You get the opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow, much more stressful. You get to go to the landmarks where there's more opportunities to get cool items, but also more players, so it's a risk-reward kind of deal. We introduce the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics. With hacks, you can do things like teleport yourself, you can wrap yourself into a ball and bounce around the battlefield. So a lot of abilities that let you have fun
kind of
with
like
toys that you can
the
play
game.
with. And finally, it's made as a spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to
Seems
interact
pretty,
with the
like,
game on
typical,
different
if you know what I
levels
mean.
through the Twitch extension.
Gameplay-wise.
So every few minutes, there's going to be a
I
vote,
guess
and viewers
story
will
too
be
is a little
able to
derivative.
decide what effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity,
Oh, that's new, I think.
infinite
I haven't
ammo,
seen that
or stuff
before.
like that. So players, while this happens, really have to adapt to all kinds of stuff that
Like
is
players
happening.
vote on things that
So for me, it's really exciting
change, like, the
because
match.
right now, as we speak, we're launching
Right
the
in the
open
middle of
beta,
it.
and so it's going to be available for free-to-play for all PC players worldwide.
Oh,
And I
so
really
it's a
want
free-to-play
to thank
game.
all the players, all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech test and who will participate in the open beta. Here's a short glimpse of what you can expect.
Watch and learn how it's done. Perfecto.
Perfecto.
Showtime.
It's showtime.
That's mine. Let's show them what I'm made of.
I wonder if any of the characters are really going to stand out, because so far none of them really are.
Go time.
Seem pretty generic.
Watch closely. Here we go. Kono toshi.
Okay, so open beta today. Okay. Honestly, not
The
super
digital
impressed with
world
that
of the
game, but
Hyperscape gave
I can
our
see
artists
people
and
liking that
developers
definitely.
incredible freedom when it came to designing characters.
Production manager Anna Maria Musca is going to take us behind the scenes of character design.
My name is Anna Maria Musca. I'm the production manager for characters and weapons on Hyperscape. We have paid an exceptional amount of detail to our characters. We switch different outfits, different fashion statements, different tattoos, different materials until we see them as real individuals, as real people. So the second you pick a character, you see them in game, you understand what their motivations are and what drives them and what challenges them. This was the first lineup of characters. This is our default base, but even starting from the hair down, everything has been meticulously thought of. Would this person actually like this type of outfit? Would this person enjoy the type of tattoos that we're putting on them? Will they actually like to be in this body? Each season, we plan to produce new outfits for these characters. So we're hoping some of our players are gonna see the effort and maybe even correlate some of the accessories to what's gonna happen in the game. We're very excited to see it in people's hands.
As we move into the next generation of gaming, Ubisoft has been working closely with console makers to take advantage of all the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a little more.
Hey everyone.
I knew it was Phil
Phil
Spencer.
from
In my
Xbox.
mind, I'm like Phil Spencer.
With Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the
Come on,
absolute best version
PlayStation
of the
also,
game
please.
on any version of Xbox
Sony,
you're
do
playing
it.
on. On Series X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the team has done with DirectX ray tracing to create an absolutely immersive version of London.
I want to be able
like
to buy it on
you've never seen
PS4
before.
and then be able to upgrade
Ubisoft
it
has a unique ability to
on
create
PS5
immersive
either for
worlds,
free or for like a small
setting a new
price.
bar that continues to drive our industry forward.
Because it's
I'm
coming
a
out
huge
so
fan
close to the
of
next generation.
Assassin's Creed. I love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I can't wait for you to see the gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's coming up now.
All right.
So
We
here's
know you've been
Assassin's
waiting
Creed
to hear more
Valhalla.
about this game since it was announced back in April. And now it's time for a deep
I'm not
dive
super
into
big
the
into
world
Assassin's
of
Creed, but
Vikings.
I definitely think it's cool.
My name is Julien Laferrière.
I've seen
and
my
I'm the producer of
dad play a
Assassin's
fair
Creed
amount
Valhalla.
of it.
So
He's
a
a
couple
much
of weeks
bigger
ago,
fan.
we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the reaction from the fans
bet he'll
was
like
just
this game.
amazing. The time period of Vikings is really, really inspiring. When we did our research, we found that, they were not mindless barbarians. Vikings were actually farmers trying to find new lands for them to settle. And so they had really human motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind of separate ourselves from the myths and the folklore is really something that drove us to make this game. The team went to Norway and England to take the same roads that the Vikings did, to really experience what it meant to be a Viking at that time. And then leaving Norway, which is barren but majestic, and just coming by boat in England and see those rolling green hills full of sheep, full of life, is just this moment that most likely the Vikings felt as well. You need to see this land of opportunity. And this is exactly the feeling we want players to experience in this game. It is a personal adventure, it is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain. Eivor is either a male or a female. You decide when you start the game.
Oh, okay. They've been doing that the past
They
few
will have
games.
to
I think,
leave
which is-
Norway to settle
which is
in
cool.
England because you just can't live in Norway anymore. There's too much political pressure, no resources available. Obviously, in England, it's full of Anglo-Saxons and other people, and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and see your
Okay, I
clan
kind of want to
prosper.
see some gameplay. Wow,
Vikings were brutal
that looks like live
warriors.
action for like a second.
And the fact that they were mastering a lot of weapons coming from the medieval times really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system, to leverage the brutality and the intensity of Viking combat. Vikings were not only fighting face to face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the battle. So we want to portray the full range of combat that you can imagine coming from the Vikings. We are very happy to finally be able to show you the game we've all been working on. So please enjoy this deep dive into Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay. In-game footage. The game looks like beautiful. Visually speaking, it looks
In
amazing.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England.
It would have been cool if it,
A
you
Viking
could go
from
to
Norway,
America.
who will lead
But that
his
makes
or her
sense then.
battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles.
Yeah, probably would have been
Eivor
too
is driven
much.
by an ambitious goal
Norway to all the way
to build a
to
thriving Norse settlement
to North
in a
America.
hostile land.
For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and riches. As you prowl England's rivers by longship, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline. Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle.
That was cool. He like lead like an army from
crew will assist you on all your raids, fighting enemies, battering down doors, and stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms. Whatever riches and resources you pillage may be used to develop your settlement, giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the heart of your settlement is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game. Every archetype offers a unique challenge. Some will coordinate with their allies with special attacks, while others will use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors.
Oh, wow.
To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand. Take the fight to your foes.
Wow, that looks cool.
Brutal new combat abilities. Snare them with a Viking harpoon. Pummel them with throwing axes. Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance. Or finish them off.
I was gonna say, oh, you can choose not to kill them, but then never mind.
Weapons you
They went
wish
ahead and
to unleash a deadly combination of attacks.
how much you want to bet there's gonna be a Mjolnir in this game?
Customize
I'm
your
willing to
fighting
bet.
style as you see fit, and become a legendary Viking warrior.
Because I know they've been like the past couple, like Odyssey and
All combinations of weapons are
Origin
available to
have been
dual
using
wield,
some like
including 2 shields.
mythological like creatures and weapons and whatnot. So I can see them doing like stuff from the Norse gods. Was
Not
Assassin's
all
Creed always that
situations
brutal
call for
looking? You know what I mean? In the
In
violence.
this new land, a Viking must find a way to adapt. As Eivor is not welcome in England, you may need to outsmart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention in towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds, and slip past watchful eyes, an unseen hunter among the people. From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You
This
must
kind
feed off
of
the land if you hope to endure.
reminds me a bit of like The Witcher.
Hunt and forage to
From like the little I know about the game. I haven't played The Witcher either, but just visually. That's a big wolf.
Search pagan
Stonehenge.
temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement.
So
The
I
more you
wonder
explore, the
how
more of
big
England's
England is
secrets you
and
will reveal.
how much of Norway you actually play in. From what
But
I
as you push
see, it
deeper
seems like
into
it's mostly England,
The enemy will push back.
which makes
In a
sense because you're
series of
invading
climactic
England.
moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Today, we will reclaim her. Today, we fight for your land. And tomorrow, we rebuild.
For Istanbul.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport you to wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths and England's
like I
pagan
said.
roots. It will challenge and surprise, with unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs, and tragic losses, giving you the chance to live your own Viking saga.
What? They took that from Mortal Kombat. They have X-ray attacks. That's cool, but it does remind me a lot of Mortal Kombat. So what? Eivor is gonna be in Mortal Kombat now. That'd honestly be cool though. I was saying that kidding, but that actually would be cool. Okay, November 17th. I don't know if they had already announced the date.
Unlike anything the franchise has seen before.
So that comes
Creed
out, like,
Valhalla
around the same
will
time
release
as,
this holiday season on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One,
I wonder which is gonna sell the
PS4,
most.
PC, and Stadia.
We're close to wrapping up today, but before we go, our CEO, Yves Guillemot, is here to share a few words.
I hope you will have enjoyed what you have seen today. and that you will love playing these games. I'm proud of our teams for delivering
I see the
an
rabbits back
ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games. And we haven't shown you everything yet. In fact, we have a lot more to come. So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to
It's
share
gonna
with
be
you.
Far Cry 6. We already know, come on. If we see Giancarlo Esposito, then we know. Yeah, alright, we're in it, yeah. Sorry, this got leaked already. Which sucks for them, but... Again, Far Cry's another series that it's interested me before, but I just haven't picked one up, you know? Oh, that's cool. This seems like the intro to like a movie. Reconstruct the paradise. I think that's what that said. I really like the red color scheme. That's cool. Far Cry 6, yeah. And I bet that's all they're gonna show. Oh no, there's a... But I bet just cutscene footage and that's it. Man, the graphics keep getting better and better. I know this is a cutscene, but still.
It's beautiful, Nico.
There's Giancarlo.
Perfect, but useless. I have something for you, Diego. Give me your hands.
Papa.
Now, the grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
What are you doing?
Breathe. Breathe. The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom. Follow me. Now.
That's a little bit intense, but only a little bit though.
I am El Presidente.
Hey, this turned into Tropico. This is Tropico 7?
El Presidente. And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, they will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong.
Ooh, that's a cool futuristic. Like, wow, that looks like that looks just like. Okay, not so much, but that close up looked a lot like like a live action shot of Giancarlo Esposito.
And give you this.
Murder the castle, I think. Or death to the castle.
Are you a monster?
It must be weird being like
Because our
the child of like
is like this grenade.
like a figure like that.
Basic parts. Our people.
Like how would it feel? I don't know.
You must clutch them.
That's an interesting like thing to tackle like in a game or something.
We all go. Boom.
Noticing a trend of a lot of like social commentary in like their games. I know they've been doing that for years, but it's just really noticeable when they play them like back to back to back, which for some reason a lot of people are annoyed with, but I think it's important, you know. Alright, comes out next year. And that's gonna be it. There's not gonna be gameplay, which I get, but story-wise, it looks
we're
intriguing.
wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward. Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's Creed, the birth of a resistance.
That's the game
Watch
I'm
Dogs
most
Legion,
excited for. So.
the cyber chaos of Hyperscape, and the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so that was apparently the first of the Ubisoft Forward presentations. Apparently there's a new one. They didn't say when, but I would guess like probably like winter, like after like Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed comes out. But yeah, it was a good presentation. I like that they showed more of like the different ways the characters will play out in Watch Dogs, which is really cool. Out of all the games shown off, that's the one I'm easily the most excited for. Assassin's Creed also looked interesting. This is not a series I've ever been like super interested in, but this one definitely looked good. Like if there were to be one to jump into, I don't see why it wouldn't be this one, you know. But the rest of the games either like didn't really intrigue me or they didn't show enough for me to have like such a big impression of it, positive or negative. The story of Far Cry 6, a little bit that they showed, like that one cutscene was intriguing to me, but they didn't show anything in the gameplay or what the overall story would be. Okay, which is understandable. It's just a teaser, you know, like that last minute thing you throw at the end of a presentation. Too bad it got leaked. I bet that would have been like a huge reaction for a lot of people. And it's cool that they got Giancarlo Esposito. He's such a great actor. Yeah, but for Watch Dogs Legions, and in the beginning I was saying that Cyberpunk kind of seemed to one-up it, what Watch Dogs tried to do in terms of hacking and whatnot. And well, I don't think Watch Dogs like proved that it wasn't being one-up, but they seem to be doing something different. I think that's what matters the most, you know. If they're both like different experiences, I think people would, for the most part, there's always going to be people that only compare things to each other, but people will look at them separately, you know what I mean? Even though there will be some of the similarities, kind of like the futuristic kind of tech apocalypse type thing, technology taking over people and whatnot, hacking and things like that. But I think they both seem interesting, and I'm excited to check out both of those games. So yeah, that's my thoughts on here. Thank you for watching. That was my very first live reaction. I think I'll probably do them like this from now on for like presentations and whatnot. For like trailers and smaller videos, I probably, you know, just record them like I usually do and upload them. But yeah, this was interesting. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Dante Walls, and peace out.